Hi everyone, I'm Natasha Donahue. I'm your AUSU President, and this is the July 2020 Executive Vlog. So I'm here to talk to you today about advocacy. What is advocacy? Well, advocacy is something that we actually spend a lot of time doing. We spend a great deal of our resources carrying out advocacy in the hopes of making a post-secondary experience a better one for students across Canada. Advocacy is carried out by us anytime we bring your concerns to the table, whether those are concerns that we have gleaned from you directly or concerns that we're seeing crop up across social media or in conversations that we're having with students. Who do we advocate to? Well, the majority of the advocacy that we do is with three main stakeholders. The first stakeholder is Athabasca University. We bring your concerns to the table through conversations that we have with folks who work at Athabasca University, including the executive team like the president and the provost, and we bring your concerns to the table on the different governing bodies of the university, like the General Faculties Council and the Board of Governors. An example of some advocacy that we've done recently is e-texts. We're hearing a growing number of concerns from students surrounding e-texts and the lack of choice when it comes to physical textbooks, and this is something that we are bringing to the university. The second main stakeholder that we advocate to is the federal government. We're a part of the Canadian Alliance of Student Associations, which has members from across the entire country, and we come together 4 times a year in a series of conferences in order to plan for the advocacy for the year ahead. We will travel to Ottawa at some point in the year to advocate to the federal government directly in meetings that we are able to attend on your behalf in order to bring your concerns to the table. An example of federal advocacy that we've undertaken is ask the federal government to extend the grace period for student loans so that you don't have to repay them until 2 years after you finished your credential. The third main stakeholder that we advocate to is the provincial government. We are able to meet with different stakeholders in the provincial government, such as the Minister of Advanced Education, in order to bring the student needs to the table directly. So some examples of advocacy that we've made to the provincial government are asking for more institutional funding to be allocated to Athabasca University and a part-time student financial aid program. So those are all of the main people who we advocate to, how we do advocacy, and why. But how do we decide what to advocate for? This is something that we don't just decide on our own. Of course, we are here to represent students. So each year we hold our member survey that will come out in the fall, and that is one main source of advocacy initiatives that we have. After that survey has been compiled and completed, we're able to take all of the results and put them together and come up with an entire document full of advocacy initiatives. Later on in the year, when the new executive team takes over in April, they will analyze all of the advocacy initiatives brought forward by students, add their own ideas if there are any, and then bring it to council. And ultimately, our student council will decide what topics we are going to advocate for. So what's coming up for the year ahead in terms of advocacy? Well, of course, COVID-19 continues to be a huge issue in our post-secondary landscape, and that's something that we have our radar on in terms of student supports. But we're also advocating for better access to student awards, students with disabilities, and we've just struck an ad hoc Indigenous Student Representation Committee to help us better advocate for Indigenous students. Also in the works are an Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Committee that will help us to advocate better for underrepresented students. And of course, we continue to have conversations with Athabasca University around affordability of tuition and fees. There's so much more I could talk about here today, but I won't keep you. But if you're interested in learning more, then please don't hesitate to reach out to me at any time. You can find me at president@ausu.org. Thanks a lot, everyone. We'll see you again next time, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!